where it's like, how to say, for example, like like after the wedding event and everything, the bride and the groom will go to the bride's house, and then the immediate family members and very close relatives will gather there, and then they will start playing games. For example, like
Cluedo,
not
Twister,
not modern games, but games of more like, okay,
left hand green,
so
Twister. I am Daddy Vibes.
I am Baby Q
And we are
Cookie
Cookie
Max.
Tekken lah.
Oh, you go to future already,
Then he abang. Then I said bro. I said that's right, bro. Welcome back to another
part
of the podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So how did the Indians came to Singapore?
Okay.
How and why?
Handy dandy information.
But I love it lah, how they actually brought their spices.
Yes.
And like it is used even in Chinese cooking, even in Western cooking. Yeah, and they actually did barter trade with the Chinese. So they actually traded spice with silk, the Silk Road. Yeah.
Talking about spices, there was this sort of like a kind of like a talk show or debate that I saw on TikTok where no, sorry, not talk show. Someone actually posted a video saying that Indian food is not the nicest out there. It's not nice at all, and this was commented by Westerner lah, and all those things, and no say like Western food is best and blah blah blah, all those things. So the next portion, someone just interjected and say, "Oh, but did you know that there was a whole war that were going on for spices between the western part of the world and the eastern part of the world? War of spices." So just something to Pingu, sorry Pingu, just something to share. Okay, so early history. Okay, 3rd century CE. Not sure what CE means. But okay, Indians were among the earliest visitors to Singapore, with Indian traders and Buddhist monks arriving on the island. And fast forward to 19th century.
India a lot of Buddhism also.
Yeah. India, okay. So apparently the birthplace of Buddha was India.
Yeah, correct.
So so I would assume that India used to be mainly a Buddhist kind of place prior to Hinduism and stuff, if I'm not wrong. But in any case, Buddhism and Hinduism also has a lot of
correct.
correlations to each other.
Agree.
Yeah. So fast forward to 19th century, large-scale Indian migration to Singapore began, with many Indians coming to work as laborers, traders, or professionals.
And again, I choose to believe that they all came with money. Or they have a bit of money. Like if they really no money at all, right? Poverty, they got no way to even sail out of India. Don't you think so? Unless they are like sold as slaves lah. But in this case, there wasn't any mention of slavery.
Correct. This would include for the Malay arrival of the Malays in Singapore as well lah. Like nothing to do with slavery and all those things. So I would like to believe, in a way what you said, it could be true.
I would like to believe lah.
But I would
but I cannot confirm lah.
Correct. But for me, I would feel like maybe it's more like, okay, maybe they in that part of that world, maybe there were well-to-do traders, and just to bring that whole part of their culture to a different part of the world, they would have sought those laborers and traders. Because you see, if you come to think about it, professionals, okay, can understand, okay, they might have money,
they bring
and
their expertise lah.
Yeah,
professionals.
but like work as with many Indians coming to work as laborers and traders. So probably someone would have had to lead them into Singapore, right? Some well-to-do king or some leader in that part of the world, right? Politician? No, I don't think so. Politician lah, but yeah. And okay, so going to the genetic legacy. Many Singaporean Indians have their roots in southern India, particularly in the states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Karnataka. Okay, and studies have found that Singaporean Indians have a high degree of genetic diversity, reflecting their history of migration and admixture.
Okay, one question. What? Not what lah. In one look, right, you can know if a person is from Singapore. Example, you one look, you can see this. Okay, in the past, yes, but for Malay now it's a bit tougher because now KL people, JB people, and Singaporeans, Singapore Malay,
all mixed.
If you put toe to toe in terms of fashion, in terms of how they look, is very similar already. Yeah, especially if like the ladies, if they wear tudung already habis.
Yeah,
you cannot know.
Correct.
But last time, yes, there is a stark difference.
Correct.
But for the Indian community, what is the telltale sign? Is there any or is now the lines have been blurred?
I won't say the lines have been blurred. Like it is still possible to differentiate between a local born Indian and an outside. Wait, is that right word?
NRI.
NRI or Indians from
Indian.
Indians from India who come and take citizenship here. Just like how it is also for me lah. It is also easy for me to spot a local born Chinese and a PRC Chinese.
I can also spot a Malaysian Chinese and Indonesian Chinese.
Yes, correct. So, one of the major things that play a part, I would say, would be dressing. Although yes, correct. Although right now it is slowly like
correct.
Like what you say, blur. The lines are getting a bit blurred.
And if the person come from Delhi, then very tough.
Yes.
Same like Malaysia. If they come from KL, then tough. Right?
Correct.
Or JB.
Correct. And also the accent they speak with lah. That would be the biggest giveaway lah. Even for like the second generation of Indian Indians who come to Singapore, like okay, their parents came here from India, and then the children the children are born here. Even them also you are able to differentiate from the way they speak, because it takes time for the language and the accent to grow out of where it originated from.
Because you may be second generation, but then your household still speaking in that manner.
Yeah. So you grow up hearing to that
correct
accent and everything. So it's hard for you to grow out of it. Like maybe somewhere down the road, eventually maybe your children or your grandchildren would start speaking more like a Singaporean Indian. If you come to think about it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I had this question posed from a tourist. So a tourist once asked me lah, how do you actually, in a city like Singapore, how do you actually keep up with the traditions and impart the traditions to the younger, how do I put it, the younger generation. Like for example, like your own kids. He asked me that interesting question because he see, okay, number one thing as a tourist when you come to Singapore, you of course you see the MBS, then you come to Chinatown, you come to Kampung Glam, then you come to Little India lah. Of course you don't see what's going on, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I told him like for us in the Malay community, although everyone speaks English, proper English, but then at home, when in a non-formal way, we speak to the kids in bahasa Melayu lah. In Malay, we converse to them in Malay. Then of course when Hari Raya, then we introduce to them the traditional clothes, and it's a must for them to wear. Because I told him, like, who else will be the one that carry on the tradition and the legacy if not us? Because we all already at a certain age.
Correct.
Yeah, and if we do not push our traditions to our kids, the younger generation, then they will not be able to accept, and the culture will be lost lah. Instead of learning it from your family, you learn from a book later on. I mean, if it's gone, the family tradition is gone, then you need to learn from a book. For example, the game congkak. Now you can only learn it from a book.
Oh, is it?
How to play or whatever from a book or from YouTube, because like it's a traditional game, but in like you come to any, like say Hari Raya or what, where got people house got congkak?
Yeah, correct.
Even if have also, it's a decorative piece.
Correct. You don't really
Even
find
if
it.
have lah, if have.
I learned how to play congkak from my mom lah. So growing up, we used to have that, and it was almost like a weekend activity for me and my siblings and my mom and stuff lah. Like, so I learned how to play congkak from her.
So that was when? In which stage of your life was that?
Oh, this was in primary school, bro.
Primary school.
Yes, very young.
So are you doing that? Are you doing that favor to impart it to the future generation? No. See?
Yeah, because
so if that future generation grows up, he or she needs to look at YouTube. Oh, this is how it was played. Example, gasing, the top, spinning top, batu serembat. You know the 5 stones. It's not played anywhere. Now you come to Hari Raya visiting, people playing PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation or no, like your handphone, Mobile Legend, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But is it that is what forms history lah? History is there for you to refer back to how things.
That's history, but we're talking about culture, bro.
Yeah, but history, cultural history is also part of history. Right?
Okay.
Correct or not? Correct. So like, eventually, whatever we are doing now, it will be lost down the road.
Correct.
In the future generations. So for them to refer back, same thing. They have to go back to history, like what we are doing now. We are going back to history. We are taking the archives out of that history to show people, to tell people, okay, this is how it used to be, and this is how it is now, and this is how it's going to be.
One specific thing from the Malay culture, the Singapore Malay culture is dying. Void deck weddings.
Yeah, talking about that,
yeah.
For the life of me, I cannot remember when was the last time I actually saw a Malay wedding under a block.
Have, but very, very rare. So last time used to be the norm lah. Okay, last time, how you know, like my parents' time, they didn't have under the block wedding. It's like in the house itself. So the wedding dayas all in the house.
But the makan all is under the block, right?
I can't
At least that was how it was during from my parents' wedding videos that I saw. It's similar. The wedding, the nikah, whatever was done at home, but only the food was served under the
below lah.
The void deck and all.
Correct. And last time there wasn't such a thing called catering all. It's like your family, like you have to have a family meeting. Say, hey, so and so getting married, no? Yeah, I need auntie XX to help, uncle YY help. Okay, you help with this one. You make the biryani rice example. Okay, you help with the dishes. You form your own team, make the dishes. Okay, then still got another team doing the server, help to clear plate.
In that sense, I would say, to the best of my knowledge,
family,
Indian side, it kind of differs.
How?
Like for example, like every family or every the extended family, the community, right? You will always have 1, 2, or 3 people
who can cook.
Like from my side itself, I can count about 4 to 5 different people, family relatives who actually do catering for weddings and for
like talking about this one last time, you know.
Yeah. Last time.
Oh, okay.
Even then itself,
like
they already had.
Time, no?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They already have someone in the family, the extended family, who does this for weddings and all those things. So yeah, it was like that. Maybe they do have like similar to what the Malay olden Malay wedding concept, where family members gather, you do this, you do that and stuff like just now.
That's the kampung spirit.
That's the kampung spirit. So for us, yes, we do have family members who actually do this, But in terms of like maybe the serving, the pouring of drink, maybe the topping of food, all is done by the relatives lah, like cousins.
Yalah.
Like even now also, like whenever we go to any relatives event, birthday function or whatever event party, it is the standard and the norm for us cousins to, how to say, go a day earlier, set up the table,
Yeah.
set up the chair, like put everything arranged all nicely, and then on the day of the event itself, we will be the ones, like like topping up the food, topping up the drink, like attending to guests and all those stuff lah.
Yeah. So who look after the table and chair when you set up the night before? Just leave it there.
From what I can remember, we just leave it there lah. Nobody takes lah.
Yeah, that one is can I say that one is for the Indian culture?
Yeah.
For the Malay culture, no.
I remember always, not always.
Sure,
I
got
got
people below.
one or two people sitting on the chair, or just like lie sleeping on the chair, taking care of the.
So we all believe lah that we scared people sabo of the wedding. See how also Malay got something got to do with the black magic. People sabo the wedding or people steal the chair away. They will say lah, scared people steal the chair or what. But if you got people there, then whoever with ill intentions won't come there and do whatever it is lah.
Okay.
So usually the groom itself will be downstairs sleeping there. Usually last time bachelor parties wasn't a thing. Last time.
Okay. So the groom calls the friends and the cousins.
So if let's say my eldest cousins last time when they get married, they are the one below. Then it's like I was young, I was in primary school, so I look at fun so I join him below. Then talk the whole night. Then time to sleep. Then just sleep a while.
Tiring, especially for the groom. The main person in the event.
The night before already back breaking.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like that. So is there like any rituals that are lost along the way, or maybe subdued, or even how to say being sanitized? Example, last time Malay wedding so Malay weddings last time is really direct from the Indian culture, Everything wholesale also follow. To like to last time the procession the wedding march lah. Left right is the bride and groom.
In the center.
Then the left and right is the one holding that bunga mangga.
Bunga?
Mangga.
Okay.
So that one is called bunga mangga lah. It represents offspring.
Fertility.
Yes. So and the one who actually accompany them is either they play the kompang, loud music, same like Indian wedding. And also last time kuda kepang. So instead of the kompang, then plus tang tung tang tung tang, and then the horse.
Kuda kepang is more of a cultural thing rather than a religious aspect lah. So there's a lot of that's a misconception that a lot of non-Muslims, non-Malays have lah. That kuda kepang is part of the Muslim culture, but actually it's
still have, not say.
But
I will not deny it.
Yeah, like it's not as prevalent as how it used to be. Like last time, almost every wedding you can see kuda kepang performance and all those things lah.
And now is sanitized in a way, like clean. They won't do the. I mean, have is have lah, but they usually will not have the possession of the horse. That kind.
Correct. Indian community also, yes, it is very similar to that. Like, it is sort of like dying out. But like I say, it is not more of like a religious aspect, but more of like a cultural aspect. Where it's like, how to say, for example, like, like after the wedding event and everything, the bride and the groom will go to the girl's, the bride's house, and then they will, the immediate family members and very close relatives will gather there, and then they will start playing games. For example, like, like a
Cluedo,
no,
Twister,
not modern games, but games of more like
left hand green.
So
Twister
in a pot, they will fill up with like rice or something like that. Then inside they will hide like a jewelry like a gold ring or a gold bangle.
Finders keepers
some I won't say finders keepers lah. It's just the game between bride and groom where they do. So they both the bride and groom will put the hand inside, see who is the one who find the thing first lah, the jewelry first, and then after that there'll be like other sort of other games lah, where it is how to say, where you the bride and groom have to be close to each other and like a bit like physical, like touch and all those things. The reason why those kind of culture actually came about is mainly because in those days love marriages were not very common.
So they wanted to bond.
And it is like, how to say, another thing that, how to say, they have is, the night of the marriage will be the night that both of them will consummate their marriage. So in order to make it less awkward for the couple, they have this sort of games where the groom have to touch the bride hand, or like get a bit like touchy in a, not say in a dirty sense, but like just physically acquainted with each other, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So and like I said, this is a cultural thingy that derived back from India.
Interesting.
In India, which in Singapore you will not really see it as much, unless out of the couple, either both or either one of them, how to say, are mainly like very their family is still like very like in close relation to the Indian kind of cultural context. Whereas you don't see much nowadays for Indian weddings lah.
Okay, I shall give my commentary on Malay wedding. The modern Malay wedding.
Wedding.
The modern Malay wedding.
Okay.
This is based on what I see and my feeling when I see it. And how the tradition actually evolved into something bigger, but at the same time unnecessary. Okay. So usually I run through a bit. Okay. Usually on a wedding, Muslim wedding, Malay wedding, traditional one. First they will meet the Tok Kadi lah, the solemnizer. Then once everything is over, they are legally
married lah,
man and wife. Okay, then after that the festivities begin lah, which is traditionally sanding. Sanding is sitting on the dais.
Okay.
So how it works, right, is the very first time that the wedding match happen with the kompang is just the groom only. The bride will be sitting on the dais, so the groom will come, right? So he walk. He's the king of the day lah. So he walk with all the groomsmen and stuff, and the people that are following him to meet the groom lah. Which is, number one, already redundant. In Singapore law, in Muslim law, you man and wife already.
Yes.
Okay, but this one tradition. Okay, fuck it, tradition. We follow tradition. So once you reach, so this one usually happens under the block, right? Void deck wedding. Once you reach, every time weddings they have the arc, right? The arch. So once you reach that, there'll be a checkpoint, pit stop. Yeah, I don't know you heard of this before lah. Okay, so this pit stop usually will be like the bride's cousin, friends. Okay, originally it's just for them to get money lah. It's just customs lah. It's just tradition lah. It's just culture lah. So they, like, originally what they do, you know how the olden days the guards stand with like a spear, that kind. So they will stand like that by right lah. Okay. It's a male thing. So they will just stand with the spear.
This is guarding the
entrance of the palace lah.
Okay.
Which is the void deck. So they stand guard. So when come ready, so both of them the holding on to the stick, right? But usually it's bamboo pole lah, egg only lah. So when they come only straight, they will close. cannot enter. So the groom must give angpao money. Okay, this thing is a tradition. It's a fun thing. So traditionally, you give. Sometimes they busted. They play you out. They check, not enough. So you give some more. Usually 1 time, 2 time, they don't play. They don't fuck around too much.
I see where you're going.
So this one is traditionally lah. So once that you pass already, the next one you have to, before you reach the dais, is the mak andam. Mak andam is the makeup artist . So the makeup artist will actually hold a fan,
cover the
face. Cover the face. Wrong. So she will actually cover. Let's say this one the bride. She will cover the bride. So when come ready, same thing. The king, the groom will ask permission from the mak andam. Can I meet my lovely wife? Example. So she say, same I need to give angpao lah. So give, she check. Sometimes she play lah, not enough. Give one more time. So take angpao already. Then okay, then we come sit down. So traditionally is like this. With the customary of the kings. So it is in line with, like I say, a custom, in line with the palace. You see how, like they say, the guards.
Yeah.
But now, no. Now it's full of shit. Now, okay, fast forward, the groom come to the ark is girls. Oh, you want to meet? Cannot. Angpao. Give angpao already? No, cannot. You need to dance. Bro, you fucking king, bro. You disrespect the king.
Correct.
So the fella like monkey, like idiot, like that do dance, all this. Okay. Then after that, usually that's the most rabak one lah. They will kena do sometimes 1 dance, sometimes 2 dance, sometimes even 3 dances. Bro, rabak is fucking bullshit, bro.
Okay.
I will tell you why. Then after that, the next one same lah. The mak andam give. Okay. To me, if you want entertainment, if the groom is a good dancer or the groom is a singer, he can do it in the programming session.
Yes.
Not that. Because you are disturbing customs.
Correct.
And customs is customs. If you really want to follow customary, you want to follow sit on the wedding dais, you follow, bro. So that one makes me angry lah.
Who does the money go to?
No, it's whoever that is blocking.
So the mak andam get the money is for her.
No, that one is customary, bro. Customary.
Okay, then in the modern context, okay, the friends are the ones who listen. So the friends.
The first checkpoint is the groom's bridesmaid lah.
Okay, so they get the money. You say the money will go to the bride. Okay.
No. It will never go to the bride. Even last time when I say
like extortion already. I got see before. I understand.
When I say the original one, like the guards, you give guards.
Yes.
You give the money to the guards. Same last time easy per packet like $10. But now per packet I know it's around $50. So sometimes to the point like after they give out the 50 already, they cannot tahan the next one 10 10. But usually they won't busted so much because on the background got camera all.
Yeah.
So people also don't play so much Like the first one they test their luck, take one more. They see 10 okay lah, give lah. So at one time the mak andam take money. So the first checkpoint is usually the cousins lah, that kind. Will help to guard.
Okay. We are running.
Yeah,
very
good lah.
Close. Very running out of time.
But just now, what you wanted to say? When you heard about what I was angry about, and why am I angry?
It has.
You understand the point?
It does happen in Indian Muslim community in Singapore as well, and I have seen it happen before. And for me, it's more like, why you want to do this? Like, for what?
Yeah, serious. You want to dance? Can? Not say cannot. Can?
Like why does
different
it have
segment?
to?
Different segment.
Correct. And why does it have to come up to like the giving of the money? Wedding is already an expensive affair, no? Like,
I'm not talking about the wedding lah. Like the wedding, they want to throw money.
Like
it's them lah.
A bit pointless to go through this.
It's
custom.
pointless already because if you really want to follow, you follow like the guards, that kind. Okay lah.
Okay.
But anyway, if you want to become a guard,
yes. Please hit like, subscribe, share, comment.
Yes, we will see you in the next time.
Episode.
In the next episode of
Cookie
Cookie
Marks.
Marks.
Stay
See ya.
tuned.
Ciao.